Porterhouse, we realised that some of the beer vlogs were getting very long. So we're on a timer right now. We're going to keep this to 10 minutes.
Go.
And we've got something really special for you guys. What do we have, Brian?
Well, JP, one of their red ales, the Hop Head, which is delicious. We also do it in a cask. A cask, you say? What's that? What's a cask?
It's gas.
You see, when you get your beer, and normally it comes in like a stainless steel barrel. Remember we saw downstairs the gas system. The gas goes into the barrel, pushes the beer up, and then it comes out through a cooling unit to the taps. Whereas cask beers, the same beer goes into a barrel, but it's not under any pressure in the barrel.
Okay.
And then to open it, you literally get the thing and a hammer, and you bang it into it, and then you put in a tube, and at the other end of a tube, there's the bar, with a big old hand pump, it's like a vacuum pump that draws the beer out of it. So you've got, it's not been chilled, there's no gas involved, it's flat, warm beer.
So would it be safe enough to say that this would have been the way the beer probably would have been served about 100 years ago?
Well, yeah, before there was any refrigeration, all beer would have used this kind, or even some of them, even more primitive. We used to have one on the bar, literally a barrel on the bar.
I remember them, yes.
You open the top, you bang in the yolk, and then you just pour it. I mean, that's just basic.
Miss those things.
Oh, that's, yeah. It's an obscene thing, because the difference between cold fizzy beer and warm flat beer. And I say warm flat, I don't mean warm and flat.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things that it sounds, our perception of beer at the moment is very, very different. And we would assume that it would be a bad thing to call it either one of those two things,
yes.
Warm and flat.
There will be natural, very slightly naturally carbonated in these beers. A lot of these beers, if you go to the UK, anywhere in the south of England, every pub's got its own brewery and they've all got the hand pumps. And a lot of those brewers, when they make that, or even some of the cellar men in big pubs with the real camera guys, the campaign for real ale in the UK, which is a wonderful thing. More people should get involved in that. The cellar guys themselves, when the barrel is sat there, they'll put a pinch of yeast into it and put the little hard spoil back into it so the beer will bubble away. Yeah. And
I'm very excited about this because I had a lot of fun memories with this beer. Oh, even the smell straight away, like
it's
you can definitely you smell the yeast. You can actually genuinely smell the yeast in a different way than you would in one of the.
It's more of a rounded, rich flavour as opposed to this one on the hand pump on the keg. Be quite sharp. It makes the hops much sharper in this same beer. You'd never know. You just wouldn't.
Your mouth is salivating. You're like.
That's gorgeous.
Ah, it's good. It is still fizzy.
Very light.
Yeah. It is. It's not. And because it's in the cellar, it's not warm. It's like it's.
But your cellar temperature will be between 8 and 6 degrees.
Yeah, exactly.
And the beer on the tap will be double chilled down to about 4 degrees.
Yeah.
And then with the carbonation makes it sharper, but you can still get a bit of fizz on that. It's gorgeous. But you can taste everything. It's so floral and delicious.
It's like. It's like there's less things hiding. It's more exposed.
Oh, it's all out in the open. The temperature really does take away from flavours in a beer. Your granddad, for example, when he went into a pub, he would have, like my dad, the way I grew up drinking it was, he'd be drinking pint bottles of Guinness off the shelf. I don't want it out of a fridge. You know?
I'd have to taste. You can actually genuinely taste like
everything.
You can taste the yeast, but it's not in a bad way. It's like it's really nice kind of.
The yeast will be there. You'll also taste the grain that's in it. And even though it's branded as an IPA, you can see by the colour of it.
Yeah,
it's quite dark. There's a black malt in there which gives it a kind of a bit more of a spicy flavour. And then of course, because it's cask, you can taste all the hops. The beer of the year, all of the staff in here would vote for a beer of the year, and the beer that won it last year was in January last year, January 2016. The White Hag Brewery in Sligo, they made a beer like this in a cask, and it was quite a refreshing beer, but then they just got fresh hops and just dumped it into the cask. Wow, it was just, I mean, the beer itself was only 4%, but the amount of flavour was, it was ridiculous how awesome it was.
There is quite strong aftertaste, if you know what I mean.
Everything comes through. All the hops come through, all the bits of malt comes through. It's amazing, just by refrigerating a beer an extra 4 degrees, it takes away all of that.
Yeah, well that's the thing. As you said, you get this in normal keg as well here, and I love this, but I'm not a crazy fan of the normal one.
I would drink it only out of habit, really.
Yeah.
It's there by the end of the night. You're like, oh, what will I drink? And before you realise what you've done, if you've got a pint of plain in your hand, where did that come from? Oh, okay. Or else, you see this? Look at him. That's one of our harder working members of staff.
That's Mike.
That's him there. Very hard working. Very, very hard working.
And he used to be on a video, so now he's from one of them.
Well, no, he films his own videos as well for his music. What say ye on this beer?
I have so many memories of this because I did go through a phase of drinking.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You were off the beer for a while, and then I think I pushed this one on you.
Damn you.
Yeah, it's all my fault. I take full responsibility for your drinking problems.
But having the break from beer, you do look at them in a different way, and there's a lot of things going on there, and it is like I like to use the term, tingling in the tongue. That's not happening. It's more like caressing your tongue.
It's the suggestion of a tingle.
It's giving your tongue a good old hug, you know.
Yes. Yeah. It's sending it a warm letter.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a huge fan. We also have currently our pale ale on cask. Depending on what our brewer is up to, either the red ale on cask, when that comes in on cask, it's phenomenal. The red ale.
I can't remember the last time I tried it, but that's definitely one next time is we have to do the thing on that one.
The red ale is, because it's such a lovely beer. It's a nitro ran red ale. And when it comes on cask, it's a different animal. It's delicious. As with all of them. We've had porters on the hand pump, and you mightn't think, oh, no man, a warm porter, God, you'd be amazed. You'd be really.
That's the way it originally was.
Yep, all beer was. All of it was back in the day. Almost like chip.
I think. Is there anything else we can say about this?
Well, we can talk about it all day. Well, that being my dinner.
It's like. We just gotta try this. It's damn good.
The sample trays. On the sample trays, little cards.
Yes.
Have the ingredients on the back. There's no secret of it. You've got 3 very basic hops and 4 very basic types of grain. It's simple. In fact, Simples, I believe, is what it's called.
And it's a piece of history about a waste of how beer used to be.
Yeah. Going back in time, JP.
And guess what? We've done it.